A bottle of Byredo's Gypsy water costs $330. That's for 100 ml. And a few years ago, that bottle was the coolest thing on the planet. That fragrance and the brand pulled a lot of us into the niche world. But right now, the internet is asking, what's going on with Byredo? The founder is no longer there. There was a multi-million-dollar deal that some say did not work out. And if you go on Reddit and the internet, some people are saying Byredo is not what it used to be. So let's get into what happened to Byredo. Because some people say it's falling apart at the seams, but I actually think Byredo is cool and still can win in this day and age. And I'll end with my top 3 Byredo fragrances that you all need to try. So in this video, we'll talk about whether Byredo is actually in trouble. We'll talk about these 5 things. How Byredo became the darling that people know it as, the billion-euro acquisition that changed everything, the founder, Ben Gorham, walking out, the merger that was supposed to save everyone, and what the internet is actually saying right now. Then I'll give you my verdict. So I love Byredo. I really do. Like, the fragrances are so good. A few years ago, I was at the Fragrance Foundation Awards, and I was talking to my friend, Carlos Huber. He's the founder of Arquiste, the brand, and we were just talking about Byredo. And I'd normally worn, like, Super Cedar, but he was like, you need to try out De Los Santos. I tried it and I love it. I also have Vanilla Antique, which I really love. Me and one of my friends love it. And there's just something in those like sagey, airy, vanilla-y, like nice cloud haze type vibes that I really, really like. And the bottles are chic still. I love it. But I was seeing some comments online. I was like, the people are coming from Byredo. What's going on? Not them coming from my girls. But you know, when people are talking and they say something has changed, maybe it has changed. So let's talk about it. Just a little backdrop on the industry before we get into the history of Byredo. Niche fragrance is one of the fastest growing segments in fragrance still. Some say that the luxury niche market is projected to be around $4.85 billion in 2026 and growing at 13% per year. And when people buy niche, they're not just buying function, they're kind of buying taste, they're buying into a world, they're also buying into exclusivity, collectibles, it's a whole world. Younger people are driving this growth. Roughly 27% of Gen Z favor niche over bespoke, and they say 42% of buyers will pay more for a unique formulation. So niche is still really powerful and growing. And there's still like the love of like the clean aesthetic when it comes to bottles, even though that's kind of shifting now that bottles are merchandised on social media and people want things that are a little bit more visual. But that Byredo look is still like a look that people love. But for some people it might feel dated. But to understand why people are saying is Byredo not doing as well or as cool anymore, we need to understand why it became the darling that it did. So let's go back in history. How Byredo became a darling. Byredo was founded in 2006 by Ben Gorham. He was a former basketball player. He had no prior training in fragrance, but obviously deeply passionate about it, great eye for design, and worked with great perfumers to realize his ideas. Fun fact, the name is a contraction of the word Byredolence. Y'all didn't know that, did you? And the brand had 3 things that made it really special. Great quality materials, that Scandinavian minimalism, and then kind of like that intellectual design forward kind of vibe. It was the future, you could feel it. And the bottle became instantly recognizable on people's shelves, in hotels when you had like the hand wash, like you can just see it clean, crisp. I love a Byredo hand wash. My favorite Byredo candle is Bibliothèque. It's so good. I'm just thinking about it right now. I'm gonna go light it after this. Link down below. So good. So when people saw people with Byredo, they really thought you had taste. And then there was the billion-euro acquisition. Manzanita Capital took a majority stake in 2013. Puig acquired a majority stake in 2022 and completed that full ownership in 2024, valuing Byredo at over $1 billion. That buyout landed against Puig's IPO, and it was one of the biggest listings and raises in the category at the time. And then people did what they always do. They're like, they sold out. Guys, you build a business to scale it and sell it or grow it or some kind of exit, or you can just keep it, but like it's still a business. I don't know why people are acting crazy. But some say the production began to shift to another country. Byredo shifted manufacturing from Sweden/France to Spain. The founder Gorham exited in June 2025. That's 19 years after the beginning of the brand. So he was like, you know, the heart. But he said he was confident in a bright future for Byredo. But sometimes with brands, when it's like one person's taste and singular vision, of course there's a team and creative people and a lot of people, you're not just like one person like cooking in your kitchen. Sometimes you need that like singular focus of like, this is what this represents. But sometimes a brand is strong enough to stand alone. It can like just keep going without you. But then the merger that was supposed to save everyone didn't. Puig's shares tumbled, went down about 34% in 2024. There were talks about a deal with Estée Lauder that was supposed to, rejuvenate and generate and kind of save the tumble, but that didn't happen. This is all very recent in 2026. So here we are. We have a founder gone. Niche is still booming, but people aren't talking about this brand in the same way. The consumers are like, things have changed. They've tried some releases that maybe didn't always go well. And then there was all of the economic, financial stuff too. So we have Byredo now, a darling and a great company, but in a company that's also seeing its own economic pressures. But that's the boardroom version. Let's talk about the people. I'm just here for the people's comments, the consumer, the viewers, and their feelings. What is the internet saying? Some people say, like on Fragrantica, that Mojave Ghost has been completely changed after they moved. I don't think it's changed. I've smelled it. It feels the same to me. I promise you. There's a lot of reformulation in fragrance though, because a lot of rules and regulations change, IFRA, etc. And sometimes materials get a little bit pricey. The tariffs are causing a little crazy stuff, so you gotta like work it out. I think they did some different kind of bottles, like Tola bottles. There was a cap that was a little bit different. They've done a bunch of extracts, and people like, I like what I like. Where's my stuff? Where's my Mojave Ghost? Where's my super cedar? But the thing about all of this is that reformulations are truly subjective. I'm like, do y'all see the formula? Because do you know the formula? Because someone knows the formula, and I don't think it's you. But whether or not it's changed, perception is business, particularly when you're dealing with luxury fragrance and luxury niche fragrance. Like, how people feel is a big reason why people buy and how much they're willing to spend. So you have to keep that intact. Even if there's stuff happening in the background, it's really important that the essence of the brain remains. So where some people might be saying, I may not be spraying that anymore, I'm a little bit different. I love a comeback story, or I just love like more success. Why do I think that? The catalog is still strong. They still have some hits. Mojave Ghost, incredible. Gypsy water, incredible. Bal de Freak, incredible. I see it in the rooms of the people, like in their bathrooms and the hand wash. They still love those scents. It still looks chic. It still looks nice. Villa Santos, my favorite. Those are not going anywhere. So you still have strong hits in there. Puig still has the scale and resources for like distribution and R&D and like driving it. I think you just have to like figure out how to meet that gap. And I think we need a new hit. We need a new hit like in this world. 3, the trend is here. Niche is still strong. Niche is still growing. We just have to figure out a new way in. I don't think you need to make a gourmand thing. I think you need to do Puig. Hit me up. We need an iris situation right now to shake up the girls. Even almondy. Powdery is coming in. I'm telling you. I can feel it in my bones. Do I have research? No, but I talk to the people in the streets. How about that? And then we need to update the story. We had the Ben Gorham story. He was there. We could feel it. This basketball player who's now transformed and doing a new thing. What is the new thing? Where are we going? The roots, the essence. We don't need cool people and cool campaigns doing cool things, which like people do these activations. I love them. I would love to attend. It's always fun. It's always nice, but it doesn't kind of like push the narrative forward. Like there's some brands that do that really well, and it has to come from the heart. So take the essence of like Ben's heart and like bring it back in. And that cap, the one with the ridges, not a fan. Let's go back to the old cap. But don't drag me. I love y'all. So what is the verdict? Will Byredo survive? I think it'll survive. We're just in between chapters. This happens with a lot of brands. The DNA is still there. We just need to like tweak some of the storytelling, really push the classics, and then like try to find a new hit. And you have to do it with perfume talk. I'm not saying this is a way to get more brand deals, but like you really like have to go where the conversation is happening. I think that the really like too cool for school energy that like some brands have. I'm not saying you're that, like this is like actually positive. Go to the people. Just go to the people. And you can still maintain that luxury kind of Scandinavian minimalist design forward thinking. We just gotta like find the right influences. I can help you. I used to do this for a living. Oh, not me selling my consulting services on YouTube. But let me know, do y'all think Byredo can continue to be that girl? Let me know in the comments below. And with that, these are my top 3 Byredo perfumes that I will always keep wearing. These are it girls to me. De Los Santos, okay? Please. Sage, Plum, Oris, Palo Santo. Relaxing. It's kind of like herbal. It's kind of like mysterious, but it has this nice sillage. It's very much like my rich life in the desert type thing. It's for those kind of people. Desert retreat. It's for somebody who fragrance is aromatherapy to them. That's what that is for me. You can wear it on many occasions. To me, it feels warm. It feels centered. It feels gorgeous. 2, Vanilla Antique. This was one of my first favorite vanilla fragrances of all time. Smoky, plum, amber, a little woody. It's like vanilla meets library, not vanilla meets bakery. I feel very grown, very sensual, very bold in it too. Great for date night. Great for date night. Great for vanilla lovers who don't want something maybe too sweet, but still kind of like smoky. It's a signature. It's a signature. So good. 3 is super cedar. Think crisp cedar. A rosiness and a musk. It's very crisp and clear and dry. And I think it has vetiver in there. It's very penciled, shaving. Someone who's serious about life, knows what they want to the point, you know? Sometimes I'm in that zone. This is for somebody who wants to be effortless. Just effortless, easy breezy, beautiful. Okay, that's CoverGirl, but like, you know what I mean. This is for the minimalists, the creative directors, the architects, the understated dressers, people like that. I'll put all the links down below. Let me know what your favorite Byredo fragrances are. And thank you for watching this video. Give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and let me know if you want more of these deep dives. I can do that for you. Oh, make sure you subscribe. We're trying to get to 10K followers step by step. I love you. I appreciate you. Bye.